So the start of the third quarter here now with the umpire with the ball to start proceedings. The ball is now in the air and over the top. Johnson gets the ball down. He goes back and does his own work at ground level. Handballs away again. Ball now in dispute. It runs towards the half-forward line. Lukey Swinnison goes across, picks it up, handballs to Elmer. Elmer tries to get himself in and out of trouble. Got to kick the ball. Only as far as Grand Creek. And he took the ball but was put under pressure straight away. Carlton had him. He's got him again. This time it goes outside to Stevie Rickett, who's standing outside the contest. Now he stops and goes back inside 50. So the mark is required. Parker puts his body to the player inside, but he doesn't win the possession of the ball. It ends up in the hands of O'Malley. A good handball outside, and Brown from the half-back line runs and carries the ball, kicks outside. Well, mark is not taken out there on the far side, but Dean Carlton, yes, Brad Carlton, isn't it?
Brad Carlton, yes.
That's it. Got the ball, went back towards centre wing, coming across. Mark is not taken out there. Picked up again by Carlton. He gets the handball away. Kilsby comes across. Little tap by foot. Doesn't as far as Lawson. Got a handball away to Jones. And that was a good, clean pick up at ground level. Goes into the half-forward line. Ball runs free. Boyd runs onto it. Gives it to Keisha. Keisha got the handball away again. Boyd tries to kick the ball along the ground. Going back to collect it. North Geelong through Brockenshire. He's tackled. Brought to ground. Umpire says it'll be held up. And there's going to be a ball up about 10 metres out from the goal line. So the ball tapped down now, picked up there. Fitzsimmons gets a kick away, goes outside 50, goes to Widdowson, traps the ball, got the handball away to Van Creeken, over the top to a bib, back to Widdowson, steps in and out of trouble now, kicks the ball up, nice pass.
Good kick.
Hit Fisher on the chest, but he couldn't take the mark. He stops and goes back and gets it, goes into the half-forward line. Pittman comes up, presents, tried to get the handball away to a bib, couldn't trap it, kept it in front of himself. Koutsamanis does well, applies enough pressure, and we'll see the ball go over the boundary line and to be thrown in 10 metres from the behind post. North Geelong's attacking end of the ground.
Geez, they had a nice avenue to goal there. Pitty's handball just wasn't quite good enough, was it? He had to hit him on the chest, and he just didn't quite get the handball away properly. But, you know, those forwards who kick a lot of goals, they don't like to handball too much, Smitty.
That's right. Kevin Bartlett never did, didn't he? So the ball from the forward pocket position be thrown back in by the umpire. And as we said, we'll praise her up because she's done a really good job throwing back into the breeze. Kicked off the ground. It comes out only as far as a bib. Got the handball back inside the Pittman. He stopped and propped. His kick, not too good off the boot. Marked, and now we'll come back the other way. Go back outside 50. Widdowson is in the best position there, and he takes the mark. So young Widdowson now with another opportunity. Goes looking inside, over the top. The mark has been taken inside again, and this time Blake Quarrier. He's played a pretty good game today.
Yes.
And he kicks the ball outside. The ball will stay just inside the field of play. And the mark has been taken out there by Skinner. See another junior drop.
Yes, yep.
So Skinner now goes towards centre wing. In front, Johnson. Ball out the back. Picked up by Jones. I think it is this time. That's Brennan Jones. Didn't get clear boot to ball. Goes to Swinnison. And Luke gets boot to ball. Goes back into the half-forward line. Runs through a couple of players underneath Quarrier. Well, he could be in trouble here. I think he is in trouble. Umpire. No, he says that the arms around the player held the ball in. And a ball up would take place just on forward 54 North Geelong.
Quarry, of course, only the one game last year, but he returns and he's already got 11 disposals this afternoon.
So the ball comes out the back this time. Koutsamanis, handball over the top, went to Elmer of North Geelong. He went inside and outside. Now he's under pressure, got the handball away to Brent Swinnison. He couldn't have it. Koutsamanis tried to keep it in the field of play. There's a holding decision here by the umpire, and it's going to go.
Oh, he was in possession of the football. That's not a free kick, I don't think.
Where we have the ball now, and through Fletcher, he goes towards centre wing. Kilsby comes across, keeps it in the field of play. Only just Luke Swinnison. He has taken over the boundary line, so we're going to have a throw in right on centre wing. Position not too far from where we call the game. So we've gone for nearly 5 minutes into this third quarter, and both sides are yet to score.
In it comes now. Big throw in, good girl. Rickett in ruck. No one goes over the top of him, which means it is a good throw. Comes from Van Creeken out to Swinnison. Swinnison puts it down in towards the centre half forward position. No one can mark it. It's almost picked up. No, it's not now. It's back on the deck. Picked up by North Geelong in there. Can't quite get it out. They've had it for a while. Now it's all going to be ball up. Don't go whinging about the decision. That's a correct decision. It was holding the ball to him. And I'll tell you what, he's going to pay a free kick to North Geelong. What's he paid that for?
I don't know. I didn't see the indication, Grubb. I was
Well, Blake Quarry, he's just as befounded as we all are.
I'll tell you what, if it keeps going like this, I'll have to go. because I'll get another 4 weeks. I said it was a correct decision because it was a ball up. And he comes now. Chandler, goal. I can't believe that. He must have paid holding the ball, didn't he?
No, I honestly don't know. I was watching the thingo, and the umpire was back here, so I wasn't. I think he's indicated it was over the shoulder. But Blake Quarry had the ball, though.
Blake Quarrier had the ball. They tackled him. I thought it was holding the ball. It looked like Blake Quarrier was whinging that he didn't get a free kick, and it went to Chandler.
The umpire's just touching his shoulder because Blake Quarry's just asked him, and he's touching his shoulder, so I'm just assuming it was over the shoulder. But anyway.
Back in the middle.
Yep.
7-9-51 North Geelong. 4-6-30. What are we, De Grande, are we?
De Grande Cycle
On
Sports.
the De Grande Cycle scoreboard here at Sevillex Oval. Umpire comes in. Goes to throw it up. Up it goes now. Rickett, he's had a great day, Rickett, but Johnson probably wins that. Comes down to Fitzsimmons, gets onto the right boot, drives it deep into the forward line. Oh, in the van there was Pittman, couldn't quite take it. Out it comes now. The defence works all right from Werribee Centrals. It comes out towards Fletcher, but beautiful football in there by, who was that? It was Widdowson, I think, and he's put it up into the forward line. I haven't got him down here, Widdowson, but...
No, he's got number 50, grab with
Okay.
He's number 23.
Delaney. Oh, Luke Parker nearly took the mark of the year, but it's come down. He's just missed it, the boy. That was Parker, and he just missed the goal. He got one of them inside-outside banana kicks, and it's just gone the wrong side of the post. And North Geelong now go to 7-10-52. The Werribee Centrals 4-6-30 on the De Grande Cycles scoreboard. And don't forget, if you don't want to go for a walk, get into De Grande Cycles and buy yourself a push bike. What?
Jeez.
Well, if you can't walk, you're not going to ride, I don't reckon.
Yes, you can. You get shin splints and that. Get on a De Grande Cycle. That'll take you from here to Broome.
Broome.
I'll tell you what, if you had the wind going that way, you'd be going there quickly today. So the cluster's in here with Werribee right at centre half back. Now they're all coming this side of the ground this time. So O'Malley, obviously his options are come this way, out towards Leonard, and he will take the mark. So Leonard now has the ball. He goes back and swings towards centre wing, coming up from Casey from behind. Matheson able to bring ball to ground, fends off the first one, got the handball away. Casey intercepts over the top. Lawson, he gets it away to Johnson. Johnson back inside, that was good play. Missed Brown, but he's been able to go back and get it. Was going to use Knight, but he goes on the right boot himself and goes outside. And why would he? Because Boyd's out there. Got the pace, but he won't get there first. Chandler does so. Steps in and out of trouble, goes towards his teammate, and Swennerson goes back into the middle of the ground. Fitzsimmons for another touch, comes up and goes long. Pittman in space by himself, just needs to take the mark, and he does so. And now he's got a chance to go back and have his real first shot at goal with the breeze. He's had a couple at the other end of the ground and couldn't score. And he's got an opportunity now to line up from about 40 metres out when he kicks the ball. As I said, going with this direction with the wind, it shouldn't trouble him for distance. Accuracy will be the call. So Pittman now comes in. Kicks it goal. I'll tell you what, he allowed for plenty of it for the win, but it's grabbed it late and dragged it through for another minor score. Jamie Pittman has 3 behinds, and North Geelong now to 7 goals 11. Werribee on 4 goals 6 as we go over 9.5 minutes in the third quarter.
Only the 38 goals for Pittman this season.
Yeah, but he's such a dangerous player. Look, I'm not going to go on young Callum O'Malley. He's had a pretty tough week or two, but you just can't leave a bloke like who's as dangerous as Pittman out in his own there.
So O'Malley kicks the ball to himself and plays on and goes outside 50. Jones, front position, can't take the mark at ground level, picked up by Hayes. The ball goes back to that full forward position. Pittman again is there, can't take the mark. Parker picked it up and put it down. Maybe should have been incorrect disposal. North Geelong trying to kick the ball off the ground. Parker's trying to force his way through the contest. Umpires allowed it to go, and this time he will come in and have a ball up right in the square. So North Geelong, another opportunity here to score. Johnson's pushed down to do the ruck work, and I think Habib's going to be the ruckman for North Geelong, although Pittman's doing the jumping. Ball out the back, hits the ground, picked up by Gaspar, tries to feed the ball back, but he stepped over the line, so they're going to have a ball in beside the behind post. Again, North Geelong in there attacking into the ground. Young Brockenshire will be hoping the ball doesn't come out too quickly, Grub, because the race with Boyd, he might be in a little bit of trouble.
In trouble there, I think.
Ball hits the ground, picked up Chandler, gets a little boots of ball. It's kicked off the ground by The opposition now in Werribee, they bring the ball back towards centre half forward. Again, it's a tackle there. A number of players around the contest. Umpire comes in once again, so we'll have a ball up again in between full forward and centre half forward.
I just think the way North Geelong have structured up, and of course against the wind, I just don't think it's going to get there like that. It doesn't look like getting there.
So Parker takes the ball out of the contest.
Look at that. He's not in the top 20.
The umpire says, hang on.
He's got to kick the goal first.
He's going to re-throw it up again. No, he's going to throw it up again.
It's a goal, isn't it?
No, he's going to throw the ball up again, I think.
No, the kick did actually land through the big sticks, but the umpire's just holding play.
Yeah, he's going to throw the ball up again.
Why?
I don't know idea. Maybe because he didn't throw it high enough. I have no idea. I'm pretty sure that's what's happening.
Wow.
He
He is
goes
too.
again. Yep. He's going to do it again.
That's a
So
shame.
from the same position, Luke Parker and Johnson, they do the ruck work. This time Johnson gets the ball down. Now he's paid a free kick and it's going to go a holding decision against Parker and it goes back to Johnson. So he's going to have the free kick 20 metres out from goal from North Geelong. And it gets Werribee out of trouble. He goes backwards and handballs off to O'Malley. He goes short, flat, low. The ball runs towards 50. Interception there. Picked up again. Goes back into the forward line. Out the back a bit. Brings ball to ground. Picked up. Cleared away. And again it's brought out of defence. It's in the race towards centre wing. Ball sits. Skinner picks it up. Handballs in front of himself. And the ball goes over the boundary line. And there will be a throw in on centre wing. So as we tick over 12 minutes, the Grand New Cycle Spurs third quarter scoreboard, 4 goals, 6 Werribee, North Geelong on 7-11.
And she comes now. He's done a really good job, this kid. And it comes. Rickett again in ruck v Johnson. Johnson takes the front spot, but Rickett gets a second tap, but it goes to Fletcher. Fletcher of Werribee Centrals puts it up towards the half-forward flank. Matheson leads in the race for the ball. It bounces over his head, and Boyd now, along with Brockenshire. And it goes back to Matheson. Matheson picks it up. He gets a handball away. That's fair enough, and the ball going to roll over the line and out of bounds. And Werribee finally have got it into their half-forward flank for one of the first times in this third quarter. 4-6 play, 7-11. She's had a fair bit to do, this young lady. Rickett again will be in ruck, this time against Keisha. Johnson's dropped back a little bit. Up it comes. Rickett got the front spot, gets edged out by Keisha, goes to Lawson, gets a funny little handball out. It's not a stat, Alex, because it wasn't a proper handball, but he's going to get one now.
Well, this will
as
be,
Lawson
mate,
gets
so
a
put
free
it in
kick.
the book.
Lawson gets a free kick, he puts it up into towards the forward line, and Skinner takes the mark. Too far out to score at the moment. Just put that down. Skinner now. Outside the 50, comes in. He's just going to kick and hope. I think the wind takes it back. Jones is there, but over the top comes Keisha. Can't pick it up. Umpire says play on. The ball's on the deck. And he says give it to me almost in the goal square. At the channel into the ground. You know where the channel is? Oh, beautiful. We used to swim in that channel. Up it goes now. Keisha in ruck against Rickett. He's everywhere. Rickett gets a big punch out. Picked up by Boyd. Is it? Drops it straight away. Umpires lets that one go. No one can get the ball out. It's handballed out now into a pack of players. It kicked off the ground by Koutsamanis. He follows it up, picks it up off the ground, and kicks a goal, I think. Somebody's kicked a goal.
Hang on.
Wow.
Central umpire just reassessing the kick with the goal umpire.
It's going to be a goal, I think.
It is.
And it is a goal, but I don't know if someone got their foot to the ball
Brendan
right on
Jones.
the line.
Might be Brendan Jones.
Yeah, I don't think it's a Koutsamanis goal. I think it's a Brendan Jones goal. But now Werribee Central's go to 5-6-36 to North Geelong
7-11.
7-11 on the De Grande Cycle scoreboard.
7-11-53. Persistence there. They got the ball into their forward line.
Well, Koutsamanis, he got the kick out and followed it up, and it was his kick that rolled and rolled and rolled. And it looks like Brendan Jones has just dribbled it through on the line. But I don't know why there was a central umpire came in to find out. It's either a goal or not.
So the ball back in the middle of the ground. Both ruckmen go at it. This time the ball comes down. And it's back in the middle of the ground.
Is that Fano? I think Fano's just fallen off the roof in this wind.
So it's been a ball up because a number of players have come in there.
Oh, he's sore.
Fisher, a little bit sore from the contest. Again, over the top, ball comes out. Morton had it and lost it. Lawson this time picks it up for Werribee, goes into their forward line. Wide kick looking for Boyd, but too wide. And the ball runs over the boundary line, so we have a throw in the forward pocket. We're in between half forward and the forward pocket. Werribee back into attack once again. 17 points the margin at the present time. And we've still got some 15 minutes maybe to go in this second quarter. Ball out the back. Leonard, little quick hands, goes to Lawson. Short kick. Ryan Quarrier comes up, takes the mark. Next kick's important, goes quickly to the forward line. Ball doesn't get to any player in particular there, but Carlton came across, had it and lost it. Ball goes now back towards Chandler. He has it, looks up. Goes out wide, got support there. Hayes in front, takes the mark. Got runners outside, so he's got two here, Van Creeken and also Swennerson.
Oh, the wind's going to push it over.
I'm glad. I tell you what, that had to happen because a couple of boys come off their line and left a couple of players. One of them might have been Pittman back there on his own, so luck's a fortune that it did run out, otherwise they're in almighty trouble.
So the ball just outside forward 50, just waiting for the boundary umpire to turn up.
Just over at the Richmond Crescent, East Geelong 4-7-31, still trailing Anarchy 7-2-44.
And the ball now to be thrown back in by the umpire. Ball out the back, Pittman pushing the back, says the umpire. Free kick, advantage paid. Chesterman, he's away, looks back inside, goes inside. Handballs off to Carlton. He steps back inside, goes back to Chesterman. He's tackled.
He's lost it. That's holding the ball.
Yeah, you're right there, Grub. It was had the opportunity to get out, but went back into trouble. Now it's with Brent Swennerson. Kicks the ball straight down the ground. Pittman's the target. Ball gets out the back, goes towards Gasper. I think he's going to run and run and run and run and run, and it's just going to stay just inside the field of play. But goes out towards 20 metres around from the behind post.
Look, that was holding the ball, and that's fair enough. But I don't mind that because they take it on, they run, they handball. All right, it didn't work, but they're having a crack and they're trying to run the ball against the wind. It's good football.
Parker's trailing Joey's by 22, so we can confirm that game is being played back in the Geelong region.
In it comes now, tapped away by Johnson. Comes out, pushed after he kicked was Quarry, I think it may have been. Goes over towards Chesterman. Chesterman gets the right boot on it. It's a one-on-one in. No, good play by Fitzsimmons. He makes one-on-one contests look easy because he jumps in beautifully and takes a nice intercepted mark. Has a kick, the kick's not quite so good, unfortunately for him. And Quarrier chips in and takes a nice mark out here on the wing position. Up they go. He's looking for Jones. There's too many around. Keisha bursts his way through like a rover. Brilliant play. Gets it over to Wilson. Wilson further on the ground. It goes to Skinner. Skinner's going to try and run it all the way in. He's got a bit of pace, the boy, and he puts it through for a goal. And Werribee Centrals, they move on to 6-6-42. They trail North Geelong 7-11-53 on a Grande cycle scoreboard.
A great run there by Skinner, of course, this season. That was his fourth goal for the season, but he also featured in our junior interleague, our opening goal kicker that day, I believe, up at Wedderburn.
Oh, I don't remember much about
Don't
Wedderburn.
Trip up was all right.
Yeah.
You guys showed up early for the Colts game, then no one called it. What happened there?
Oh, I don't know. All I know was Neville had to go up me for where we stopped for a toilet break on the way home. I said, how did you know that? He said, Fano told me. Fano dobbed me in. He dobbed me in.
Riveting radio here on 94.7 The Pulse. Dale, take it away.
So back in the middle of the ground we go once again. So 9 points the margin now, and North Geelong with a little bit of work to do now. Fitzsimmons again, another clearance from the middle of the ground. He goes out wide, long into the forward pocket, through the hands of Chandler at ground level. He goes back and recovers, gets the handball away. Toby Ryan gets around the player coming out in, puts boot to ball, and Toby Ryan has got the quick reply. Umpire says that's all clear. His first goal of the afternoon, the 8th now for North Geelong. They're 8 goals, 11. They lead Werribee on 6 goals, 6. And we've gone 19 and a half minutes to Grand In Cycle Sports' third quarter scoreboard.
Quite the quick reply, and again, it was the main two that got it going for North Geelong. First, Fitzsimmons with a clearance, and then Chandler. Enough composure under pressure just to get the possession out. Toby Ryan looked after the rest.
Yeah, look, it was all too easy in the finish. They left him sitting there, and a hook shot from right in the middle of the goals, right in the centre. They just didn't put quite enough pressure on. That's been a problem with Werribee. They get a lot of goals when the ball hits the deck and the back line, and it probably shouldn't happen. But good sides will tear you apart like that. And North Geelong, look, they haven't been over-impressive, but at times they've been pretty good. I think they'll have to improve come final, Smithy.
Yeah, a bit of work to be done, so I think, Grub, again, the conditions are really not favourable for anyone playing really
Not today,
football.
no.
So we're back with the umpire in the middle of the ground. Again, this time Johnson gets the ball down. Again, as he's done before, goes after himself, tries to take possession of the ball. Umpire allows it to run, and umpire said no. Down Lawson asked the question the same as Grubby.
Well, it looked to me like he accidentally bumped him in the head, but I don't know. Maybe he was staging. Maybe he missed him. I don't know.
So the ball now thrown back up by the umpire once again. Johnson down again, this time as far as Widdowson. Widdowson gets the handball to Van Creeken to Swennerson. He goes inside the 50 and coming up and taking the mark is Jamie Pittman. So again, another opportunity here. Just needs to get the ball and go, I would think. He's got to really aim for the way that last ball floated. Grubby didn't let go for the behind post.
For the left behind post, yeah.
Give it a big run and a lead and a bit of wind out there and let the wind do the rest for him. So he comes in now, Pittman.
Well, he's tried it.
Yeah, poor kick off the boot. Lands in front. Marker's not taken. So, again, it's with the Werribee defence now to run the ball out. They're working hard to try and keep it there. Gasper tries to back out of the contest. I think it's he's still got the ball. He tried to force his way out. This time the umpire says it's been held up. So they've done nicely there, Werribee. Didn't allow them out. And they'll have an opportunity now as Ryan Quarrier was the last to get off the ground. Umpire just clearing his path, letting him know where he's coming to. Tap down. Johnson it was. Over the top of the ball, there's a number of players, and again, the ball's not coming out, as the umpire called it. Now there's a free kick being given. It's going to go to Ryan Quarrier or Dion Lawson. Which one? Lawson it is. So Lawson's the recipient of the free kick. From in a defensive 50, comes outside 50. Mark taken well by Keisha. Some good work there. Held front position. So we're now just looking to run the ball further afield. He's going to come straight down the line. Fletcher's going to be the target. Rickett and also Kilsby both in there. Picked up Van Creeken. Couldn't get the ball away on hands and knees. Fletcher handballs over the top. Heard the call. Hit the target too. It was Quarry. Couldn't pick the ball up. Picked up by Elmer. He puts it down again. Delaney goes to Fletcher. Fletcher over the top to Keisha. Keisha further afield. Only as far as Rickett. Rickett goes back and collects it. Gets through a little bit of traffic. Looks to handball the ball off, but only as far as Fletcher once again. Good tackle there from Carlton. And now the umpire says there's a holding decision. Advantages played. So Carlton, he runs inside 50, runs to 30, sizes them up and kicks the goal. So Brad Carlton kicks his second goal of the afternoon and the seventh now for the Werribee side. They move to 7 goals, 6. They're 48, 8-11 to North Geelong. To Granny Cycling Sports third quarter scoreboard, 23 minutes gone.
He's a handy player. Whenever I talk to anyone from Werribee, Dale, it's always Brad Carlton. He's the Rookie of the Year favourite. He is. Now, we talked to Doggy Ryan beforehand. He reckons Dylan Shelley's going to get the nod from Corio, but I don't know, you chuck in Braden Mitchell from Geelong West, and I think we got a 3-horse race.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. I said before about his uncle. Well, his grandmother captained the Werribee women's side back in about 1950-something. She was a great fullback, and she was my mum's sister, and my mum, I think, won one of the best on the ground. So I'll tell you what,
women's footy.
The ladies could play footy in them days, mate. Don't worry about that. Monica was a great footballer. So was my mum. Yep. Don't you worry about that.
Want to stop after there?
Hey?
Stop after there?
I thought you related by marriage. Actually, blood relative?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Umpire balls it up once again back in the middle. Koutsamanis with the ball. Kicks, goes back into the half-forward line.
He's too good, isn't he?
He's taken a mark, yep. He's done it a number of times over a number of years. He goes out wide. Van Creeken, will he make the ball just inside the field of play?
Well, it's been touched, so it'll be a throw-in. I'll tell you what, this kid's done a pretty good job.
So right in front of the commentary box here. About to restart it. 11-point the margin. So thrown back in now by the boundary umpire. Again, she's done a very good job all day. Comes to Gasper, quick hands. Ends up in the hands there of his teammate. He's brought the ground. I think it might have been Dylan Morton, was it? No, it wasn't. It was Luke Hayes. Lachlan Hayes, sorry. And it's going to be another ball up. Similar position to where we had that last throw in. Johnson up over the top. Both players get a hand on it. Picked up Fitzsimmons. Little boot to ball. Didn't travel too far. Habib tried to keep it moving. Picked up by Parker. Stopped and propped. Went outside to Swennerson. This is Brent. Gets around Carlton coming at him. Little sizes things up. Goes back into the forward line.
Too strong.
And Pittman, a good position there. Nice kick coming into him though. And the mark's been taken by Jamie Pittman. So every time wherever he kick a goal, North Geelong have been able to answer.
Well, I'll tell you what, yeah, it was a good kick to him, but in this swirl and breeze with blokes hanging all over him, that was a strong mark. They need Pitty to get back to his very, very best form coming into September, and he's starting to do that now.
So Pittman from about 35, almost directly in front, kicks at the ball. He's given it plenty this time, but unfortunately, no wind bringing it back again.
Didn't bring it back at all.
4 behinds to Jamie Pittman. So he moves now to North Geelong's total to 8 goals, 12. They're 67-6, 48 to Werribee Centrals, and 25, nearly 26 minutes gone, third quarter to Grandy Cycling Sports third quarter scoreboard.
Well, we talk about, those bags of hundreds of goals with Jack Kennedy Hunt this afternoon. Of course, Jamie Pittman kicked his 100th by memory against Werribee last round of 2015.
I don't know.
Pretty sure he kicked 16 against the Centurions that day.
Well, O'Malley's put it over the boundary line, but it looks like it's been touched, so it's going to be a throw-in still in around the 50-metre arc at North Geelong scoring in. In it comes. Pittman in ruck. It's won by Johnson that time. No one can get it out. It comes to Carlton. Carlton can't quite get it out. He taps it along in front of him. Could be a free kick there. No, play on's the call. Back in towards the centre half forward position. But Johnson's sitting there on his own. Lucks of fortunes. It lands right in his chest. And he takes the mark and between full back and centre half back. Johnson now slows it down. Gets a big left boot. I'll tell you what, the wind's got that as well. It's swirling around. Phil Jones can't quite take the mark. It's hit the bottom of the pack again. Very scrambly. No one can get it out. This time the umpire's got to come in and say, give it to me, boys, and I'll throw it up at 8-12-60 to 7-6-48 in North Geelong's favour here at Civil X Oval. I think Phil Jones will probably take the ruck this time. Again against Rickett. He's rucked all day, Rickett, and done a great job. Down it comes now. Can't quite see who that was. Might have been Lawson.
Was Lawson.
Out it comes now. Plenty in the van here, but it's not picked up. It's on the ground again. This is a hard game to commentate. The ball's on the ground more than it's in the air, and obviously because of the conditions. Again, a pack forms, and again the umpire's going to say, throw it up. And he blows his whistle, leaves it a fair while, gives them a chance to get it out, which they can't do. And the umpire says, yep, give it to me. We'll have the third or fourth throw up in the last couple of seconds. Up it goes. This time it's Keisha and Rickett. They're all having a go at Big Steve at the moment. But he still prevails. Gets the tap out. Goes towards the centre half forward position. Delaney gets a bad bounce. It's tapped back over. Johnson. Good work for a big bloke, but he can't get it out. I think he's thrown the ball, and the umpire's going to pay holding the ball. It was a one-handed throw in the finish. I think he stopped the play. He can't call. Surely he can't call advantage from that. Can he? The play had stopped, umpire. The play had stopped, umpire.
The other umpire's come in now.
Goal umpire's liaising with the boundary umpire right now.
No, the other umpires come up from the trailing umpires, come up to that central umpire.
And said the play has stopped and it's got to go back for a shot for goal.
So that's what's going to happen.
He actually paid the advantage, this umpire, but as I say, in that situation, although it's always a shady area, I know that, but that one was a certainty that everyone had stopped, let's go back.
If he had to come back behind the mark, he would have been right to do it.
Yeah, but that's not advantage. If he comes back behind the mark, it's play on.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But he was, I agree with what you're saying, but if he had to step back behind the line... and then
No. To step back behind the line, it has to be the bloke that gets the free kick.
That's right.
Yeah, but it wasn't. It was someone else after the play had stopped. So, look, the right decision's gotten in the end. That's good. And there's a shot for goal. And who's got it?
Luke Van Creeken.
It is Luke Van Creeken, and he'll have a shot for goal. He's a long way out, but the wind... Oh, he's played on. Sold some dummy. Got it to Luke Parker. Puts it right into the teeth of goals. I tell you what, I think he's got it. And he's the bloke to give it to. And North Geelong now going on 9-12-66. And they lead Werribee Central 7-6-48. On the... Where are we?
Yep.
De Grande still. We're still on the De Grande cycle scoreboard.
We're still on the bikes.
So that's 11 disposals for the North Geelong captain, Van Creeken, and only his 4th goal for the season. Didn't play last round. I'm not too sure why that is, so I'll ask Doggy after the game. And around the grounds, just at the Richmond Crescent, East Geelong 4-7-31 still. Anarchy with another goal, 8-5-53. So a 22-point margin in favour of the Roos. Other games, Thompson 14-11-95 leading Corio 4-3-27. Bellpost Hill 14-18-102 leading Winchelsea 3-1-19. And Inverleigh 13-6-84 leading Geelong West 4-5-29. Bannockburn playing Belmont tomorrow at the Victoria Park.
Umpire with the ball back in the middle of the ground. So Rickett now doing some more ruck work in there. And he's going to be up against Johnson as they've done for most of the day. Ball is thrown up. Johnson over the top. As far as Hayes. Got boot to ball. Picked up by Morton, fended off, got the ball back into their half-forward line, runs over the top of Delaney, into the far-forward line. Chesterman is there, can't pick the ball up, does so now, gets away from the player coming at him. Oh, it's a nice little chip and finds
Just got
Quarrier.
over the top of him.
Had to, because Luke Parker was going to go back and line up for goal number 3. So now Quarrier brings the ball towards centre wing, in front, Widdowson, good mark, young fella. Positioned himself nicely, so he's got the ball.
Looks a likely prospect, this kid.
Yep. Goes short, nice looking kick, Parker. Again, he's in range, Luke Parker.
Chewy on your boot! Doggy.
So Luke Parker will kick from outside 50. It's going to take his very best from this position, but he's got the very best. He'll get the distance, and no doubt about that. He didn't get allowed anywhere near enough room to come back through for a minor score. Luke Parker with 2 goals, 2 for the afternoon. 9-13 for North Geelong, and 7 goals, 6 Werribee Centrals. 31.5 minutes gone. Third quarter, the Granny Cycling Sports third quarter scoreboard.
I'll tell you how bad this is. Luke Parker from there would kick 4 out of 5 on a good day. Today, you kick 1 or none out of 5. That's how bad the wind has taken this ball away. God, for a head of hair, I could have that again. His hair goes right down to his bum.
Big shock and carrying around playing footy. So O'Malley now kicks the ball back outside or towards the defensive 50. Ball is spoiled, brought down to ground, and it's been held up. There's a free kick over the shoulder, says the umpire. Werribee will be the recipient. Again, it's going to be Blakey Quarrier. So he gets off the ground, and he will go to that far wing position. Goes outside looking for Fletcher. Ball is spoiled from behind, goes over the boundary line. So we'll have a throw in far side of the ground as we tick over 32 minutes. Third quarter.
Well, I'll tell you what, all this wind to the right of your radio dial has really helped Callum O'Malley on the disposal sheet, because being the kick-out guy, he's now up to 19.
No, they're not disposal.
So the ball is now brought back into the field of play, goes back into the half-forward line. Marcus not taken, picked up. Habib looks and runs towards goal. He's got his hand in the
It's
air.
a beautiful kick,
that
one.
He liked that. Struan hasn't left his boot there, young Mitch Habib. He gets his 2nd goal of the afternoon and the 10th goal for North Geelong. So they move to 10-13, 73, 7-6, 48, Werribee side, and 32, nearly 33 minutes gone. Third quarter to Granny Cycling Sports, third quarter scoreboard.
Well, just as we go back to the middle, if you have a look at things, right, you do the footy show during the week sometimes. Mm-hmm. You write for the Addy.
Oh, this is about me. Here we go.
You write for the Addy. You work for the GDFL. You got all these hats, and you're sitting in here doing bugger all. So guess what? It's your turn. You commentate.
Oh, you want me to have a crack? You pick the two sides I know least about.
There you go. There you
Dale,
go.
save me in 30 seconds. So Ringo Rickett in the ruck.
Siren will ring by anyway, so be right.
I'm going to borrow this for a second. All right. So the 2 ruckmen go at it.
Oh.
Now Rickett had the leap, but the umpire's just elected to do it again. Corey Almer a bit anxious, the 2015 Rookie of the Year. Koutsamanis back out of the square. Let's start again, boys. So the 2 ruckmen go at it. Van Creeken's under it. Almer's going to chase it. He's got Schwennerson, but he's going to put it on his right foot. Habib's under it, as is Fitzsimmons. Fitzsimmons near the 20 disposal bracket. Luke Parker almost had it. He's got Fitzy now. And we're almost over the line. The Werribee players are at it. Now it's out by Lawson. He gets the handball out to... was that Jones or Fletcher? Regardless, Fitzsimmons has it now. It's back to Schwennerson. Puts it on his right foot. And we'll have out on the full 40 metres out from North Geelong's goal. How'd I go, Grub?
All right, keep going. You're doing
Keep
well.
going.
Well, you're doing better than me. I can't even see him half the time.
You know, because I missed out on the Werribee-Corio game. This is the first time I've covered Werribee since we saw him against Corio late last year. So Brown will have the kick in. 40 metres out from North Geelong's goal. He's got the huddle in front of him. Wind against him.
Caulfield races are off, Grub.
Are they? Wow.
Gets the kick. Lawson was under it, couldn't quite get it. He's got it again. Another handball for him. O'Malley has it, but that's the siren at three-quarter time. Centurion 7-6-48, still trailing North Geelong 10-13-73.
Goal kickers to this stage of the game. The 7 goal kickers, Brad